Hi y'all, my name is Isabella. Wait,
Oh my god, I can't.
hi y'all, my name is Isabella. Today I want to talk about mourning the loss of justice. And before we start out, I just want to state that anything I talk about in this video, apart from like the intro talking about like how justice came to be and where they are now, my opinions, my experience growing up with justice, also talking about my sister's experiences. So yeah, let's get started. What I'd be talking about mourning the loss of justice today, not the concept of justice as in like the judicial system, but mourning the loss of justice as the clothing brand, and more or less kind of my experiences and what I miss about justice from, you know, when I was younger. All of my notes are on this iPad right here, my handy dandy little iPad. So for context, Justice is a brand that started in 2004 as a part of Limited 2, but by 2008 all Limited 2 stores were rebranded to Justice, and its brand centers around tween girls clothing, but also expanded to include everything from school supplies, makeup, and accessories. I got introduced to Justice at around, I was like 7 years old. I remember at the time I was going to a private school and we had like these maroon uniforms, and unfortunately we could not wear twinkle toes for our shoes, which is something that I was really against personally, because I really wanted my light up shoes. And the Twinkle Toes movie had also come out, I think around that time. That was very inspirational for me personally as a child. Yeah, I was in private school. I had to wear maroon clothing all day and I hated it, but there were special days where I think for fundraisers, if we fundraised a certain amount of money or just for like fun or just to be nice, be able to wear any kind of clothing that we want. I chose that I wanted to wear my new Justice outfit that I had gotten, which included the capri leggings and a pink and silver shirt that said "Follow your heart" and it had glitter. I would then proceed to take the glitter, rub it off of my shirt, and then put it on my face because I thought I was making a fashion statement by doing that. Newsflash, I was not. That was just weird. Personally, the one thing I really loved about Justice when I was younger was I loved the insane amount of glitter that they had. I thought that was peak fashion at the time, having so much glitter everywhere. It was on the shirts, it was on the shorts, and if there wasn't glitter, there would be sequins in place. Now going into talking about my sister's experiences, my sister Alex brought up the fact that the t-shirts were so fire. Quote, I love the little catchphrases that they would have. They would have like best friend shirts, they would have sister shirts, they would have pretty much everything under the sun. I think I even had one that said, let's eat cupcakes for dinner, said the best dad ever. It's just like fun little things like that. A monkey. I was not a monkey girl, but my sister Annika was. She would wear that monkey all the time. She loved that monkey. I want to bring up the BFF necklaces. That the BFF necklaces didn't necessarily change the course of history, but they kind of spurred like a trend where you could not get any better BFF necklaces. You could get them at Claire's, but I feel like Justice would have like an entire wall just full of these necklaces. They were like BFF, they would be like milk and cookies, they would have like the little hearts that would break out. They even had like trios at one point where the heart would split into 3 bits, and I always thought that was really creative and I appreciated that. I remember I had 3 best friends at the time. Kristen, Jillian, if you're out there, no, I'm still thinking about you. I love the necklaces. I thought they were so cute. I love the variety. I also want to bring up pillows and stuffed animals that they would have. I unfortunately never got a pillow. My mom was like, yeah, there's no way I'm spending like $40 on like an initial pillow, which valid 100%. I thought they were really cute though. The amount of stuff that you could get with your initials on it, you could have like, and it would all be matching too. You could get like a matching backpack, you could get a matching pillow, you could get matching like pencils or something. I don't know, they just had, the amount of matching was just impeccable when it came to the Justice accessory line. One time, my mom was super cool though. I was obsessed with mermaids at the time, and she bought me a Justice, I think it was like a mermaid blanket of sorts. So like it was a blanket that it's like a sleeping bag, but it was made out of blanket material and it had like little mermaid fins that you could put your feet into, and I thought that was the coolest thing ever. Thank you, Mom. Appreciate that. My sister Alex brought up that she misses the smelly shirts. So the shirts that were scented on purpose to smell like certain things. I know specifically this was really big with those birthday shirts or anything with cupcakes on it. You would smell it, kind of like a scratch and sniff and smell, and be like, oh my gosh, that smells like a cupcake. And then she also tells me, quote, and being able to customize your shirt and like write a name based on a table and your birthday, month, and day. She says that she had this quote, "This one shirt I wrote Dancing Happy Feet as my unicorn name because on the back based on my birthday it gave me that name." So I feel like Justice really played on the fact that there was a lot of variety within the shirts that you could get. You know, they also they really specialized in having the fun shirts. So I know like the sequins, when you could like flip them upside like different ways, it would show a different image. And like she mentioned, the being able to have a shirt that you can have some fun with and write in your unicorn name based off of something on the back is always something fun to see. And I feel like we don't see that a lot anymore necessarily, or there's not too many brands that I can point out that are tween brands that kind of do this. Even as I was growing out of Justice when I was younger and later in middle school, I would still always fall back for their accessories. Specifically when the chokers were a big thing. I had so many chokers. There was even one, it was a little glass sphere globe thing that had glitter on the inside. Super cute. Oh my gosh, the lace chokers that were a really big thing back in the early 2000s. Oh, those hit. Those were so good. There was nothing more satisfying than walking into like a Justice store and being able to smell all the perfumes that you're never gonna get. Main takeaway is that I miss how fun Justice was and how it felt like a store that really fit me and my tweens, and I can appreciate that for what it was. The swimsuits changed lives. If you were in elementary school or middle school and you didn't have a Justice swimsuits, like what were you doing with your life? They were so cool. They were so neon. Pretty much every single style you could think under the sun they had. Like the tankinis especially. The tankinis, so cool, so amazing. Just my closing thoughts for now. Justice was a really dope tween store. I feel like Sister Annika brought up, it's like it allowed you to be awkward and to have that awkward phase. Where you're not necessarily like a child anymore, so you're not shopping at Gymboree, but you're also not like at Hollister. It's a nice little middle ground between that. That's what I really appreciated about Justice, and for what it was and what it did for me when I was younger, being that middle ground. I mean, now it's in Walmart and they sell it at Walmart, but it's not the same as when, like the amount of excitement that I would get being able to be like, oh my gosh, we're going back to school shopping. Let's go to Justice. Walk into the store, to be able to try the perfume, to be able to look at the makeup that you're never gonna get. Or like the initial pillows, and pick out really cute t-shirts, shorts, leggings. They often had leggings that would they had sets. Justice, I feel like, had a lot of sets that would matchy. Like the leggings would match the shirt. It's very cohesive. But I feel like there's not necessarily that space anymore for tween girls. This is my own personal opinion. Now that Justice is essentially gone, which really surprised me. I heard the announcement like, oh, they're shutting down Justice stores. Like, I almost couldn't believe it. I miss Justice. And then I remember also being in high school, just like if I was at the mall, I would walk and be like, oh my gosh, let's go to Justice just for funsies and just for the nostalgia of it. That's not really there anymore. So yeah, thank you for listening.